Welcome back to Life and Hair. There is absolutely no denying the magic of my Type 2 world, inviting you in, Type 2 sisters, to really appreciate the elements of the autumn vibe as a Type 2 woman, soft and subtle woman. At every different time of the year, we're faced with those beautiful changes in the weather and in the atmosphere and the vibe. It's a lovely way to gain inspiration from the colours and the textures around you. Every change in the year and nature is a new opportunity to actually discover yourself, know yourself a little bit more, live more into yourself authentically. And now that autumn's here, it's absolutely a new opportunity. And even more so when I say to you that I have finally discovered, well, with this most recent purchase, the hair, the style, the length, the curl, the colour that really swings my gate. I think that this style is me. When I wear it, I feel utterly fantastic. I wore it a couple of nights ago to the pub where we met a whole load of Steve's friends for his birthday, and I was able to turn up with this glorious hair on my head in a colour that perfectly matched my skin tone and was the cherry on the cake, the icing on the cake of my outfit. Really my crowning glory. That's how I felt. That's the energy that I portrayed. So we're going out tonight to a pub where we met about 23 years ago. It was Steve's birthday yesterday, and some of his friends are going to be there. Now, as you know, his friends much more conservative than my friends, and I haven't really fully come out to that crowd as a hair wearer. I am not exactly sure how I'm going to handle it, but I don't anticipate making any major declarations in the middle of the pub. I have had a busy week at work. I'm quite tired. I need to get dressed and get ready. And I want to share this experience with you because I'm sure that many of you may be at the stage of being comfortable wearing your hair around the house, maybe even in public places, or with just close friends or close family. But some of you may be at the stage of having an opportunity to go out somewhere where you're going to see a lot of people that you haven't seen for a long time, and to actually unveil your look that night. So it can be quite nerve-wracking if you allow your nerves to run away with you. The idea really is to live with confidence. I have made my choice to wear hair. It's my choice, and I have my own reasons for doing it. Those reasons are mine to share or not to share, dependent on my judgment at the time. I don't owe anybody an explanation, and I certainly don't have to make excuses for myself. I'm 52 years of age. If I've made the choice to wear hair, I will wear it. And if anybody says to me, "You look nice tonight," which I hope they do, I will just thank them for the compliment and move on. I don't need to be saying, "Oh yes, it's a wig," or "Oh yes, I've got hair loss issues." All of that luggage and baggage and story doesn't really need to be involved tonight. Tonight is a very special night for me. It's a celebration of Stephen's birthday. We're going back to the pub where we first met 23 years ago. Great sentimental significance for me. I cannot tell you how happy I am that I can return to that pub all of these years later, looking good, feeling confident, and still together after all this time. So I will put on my makeup and I'm going to kind of start thinking about what I'm going to wear, and of course I have got an idea of what hair will go with it. I wonder whether any of you have found a style in a colour that you think, my goodness, that is me down to the ground. It's a wonderful thing to experiment with different styles and to try out different styles, but every now and again you'll come across something where you think, this reminds me of myself 20 years ago, only better. It's like my hair, but on a really, really good day. Now I've talked enough, now let me show you, unveil the most beautiful thing I've ever seen yet. I was wondering whether a dark chestnut would actually come across too dark. Let's unveil the beauty of this multi-dimensional, amazingly autumnal colour. It's got medium brown, dark auburn and light auburn all mixed into it. No root. The lighter auburn just plays off against that dark colour in a very, very natural and tantalising way. Like a lot of these styles, Radiant Beauty has got the most feminine, beautiful curl pattern to one side. If we look at the cap, I'm actually really excited about this. You know, we've got the velvet extended neck, the velvet ear tabs, we have the open wefts all around, and then we have got a right side monofilament part and a lace front. This average cap is really, really comfortable on my 21¼ inch head. The auburns and the browns look amazingly natural, but also let's have a look at these curls. Take a moment to appreciate these amazing curls. Now, when I was younger and I had all my own hair, it's really ringlets. It's a typical Mediterranean hair. However, it responded very well to being curled and holding the curl. And this is exactly what the curl was like. If there are any of you who really appreciate the value of curly hair or a curly style, I know that Taz from Taz's Wig Closet loves a curl. You will know that it's all those wonderful elements of fun, flirtiness, a bubbly kind of beauty that curls can give. Let's try her on. When you actually get this style home, there's a little card in it that says, do not comb through. Just use your fingers to finger comb those curls. I've added some powder and straightened my own hair just a little bit so that it blends nicely, you know, and looks quite natural. Seriously, ladies, if any of you are looking for quite a manageable length, with beautiful movement, the texture of the fibres is very rich, It's buttery soft. The curls really hold their shape very well. They're not crispy and crunchy. You know, when you first put her on, they do look and feel a little bit crispy. But actually they soften and mellow beautifully because of course we do touch our hair when we've got our hair on. You know, and you may want to have a little bit of just combing through with a wide tooth comb, just a little bit here and there, just to get her back under control. There's no huge amount of permatease here. It's quite low on permatease. I don't think that there's going to be a lot of permatease here at the top that's going to give you that volume. That volume is just from the amount of fibres you have on the cap and those glorious curls. I feel so much like myself in this style. Felt when we went out on that Friday night. I want to tell you that my husband and I actually met at the pub where we went back to. It was his 53rd birthday. We've been together for over 20 years, but we met there. And the night when we met, I had a full head of hair, I was a size 12, and we were both young. It meant a lot to me to be able to see all of those people that we've known for all these years. It meant a lot to be able to turn up feeling good and feeling like I looked good. I had my hair up like this. Now check this out. It's quite easy to just tease down some of the strands at the front until you feel that actually they blend very well with the hair that you've got there. You can put both sides up quite easily. Just like with the soft and subtle, I'm totally in love with this curl pattern. It has a way of sort of integrating itself, you know, swooping over to one side like that and integrating itself really nicely with the rest of the hair. I've moved you up a little bit. It meant so much to me to be able to go back to that pub where we met over 20 years ago and actually feel happy with myself, how I was, seeing all his friends and their partners and really feeling at ease in my skin and proud of what I've been able to achieve over this last year. It meant an awful lot, and I really felt like I'd gone a full circle, you know, and completed that whole process that I've been through after my vertical sleeve gastrectomy a year ago. Now the beauty of these relaxed barrel curls, put the hair up securely and then just tease the strands down that you want to bring down. Now there is a very, very good match here, but there is a slight difference in colour. And the idea is to just tease a few strands to integrate them with your own hair so that it appears seamless. Have a look at the back and tell me what you think. So even at the back, if you feel that too much of your own hair is showing here, I mean, I can't see it, but I bet you it's a little bit grey there. Teasing the hair down to soften that edge and integrate the hair. It's a really effective way of doing it. Check out this lace front. the monofilament part is really good. Honestly, it is a very tactile style. During my evening out, one of the gentlemen that was there, I had my hair up on this side, he actually picked up a portion of this hair and he said, "Oh, I see you've curled your hair." And of course, when somebody touches your hair, you know, when you're out, it kind of makes you freeze a little bit because you wonder, are they going to pull on it too much? How is this going to pan out? But he didn't suspect anything. He just touched the hair, made his comment and just carried on. Quite a few reviews before actually buying this. I'm so glad that I bought this. I find it effortlessly glamorous. It's very beautifully constructed, the curls and the style and the shape of it, but it can be very casual. You can wear this out to shop. You can wear it anywhere, really. It's very versatile in what you can do with it. You can put it in a low ponytail. Very casual. Lovely length. Not too full, but not too flat either. I get the impression that these fibres are quite good quality and they'll last some time. I don't feel that it's drying out in the least. I've worn it a couple of times. It's going to be my signature style for a while. I know that I rant and rave about all of the different styles that I get. I mean, gosh, the Blair and the Soft and Subtle and the Giselle and everything. But I really feel that we've come a little bit away from the beach waves with this style. And I really like that for this time of year. You know, that richness of autumn. The colour is very in keeping with that. The fuller curls are a little bit more sensual, more rounded. They don't speak too much of that casual beach wave of the summer months, the hotter months. I really, really appreciate that. You know, all you can do really is just see what catches your eye and experiment with it. You know, these things aren't cheap. So I hope that this review has gone some way to giving you an idea of what you can have with Radiant Beauty. You know, what it can and what it can't do for you. There's not much that this style can't do for you, but of course, if you're wanting to have lots of scarves, etc., and you want to make sure that it's off your collar, it's the easiest thing in the world to wear this hair up and still have those elements of feminine tendrils hanging down at the side. Absolutely adore it. Look at the way it tucks behind the ear. I mean, it is quite full here on the side, but it tucks really nicely. Really nicely. Adore it. I adore it because I'm a big tucker. You know, when I'm talking or thinking about something or looking at something in a restaurant or whatever, I'm forever tucking my hair behind my ear. But not as much as Meghan Markle does. So there you have it. Now let's just quickly talk about my Lookiero box. I got the box with 5 items in it as usual, but I've only got 4 items because the jeans I had to send back, so I can show you a photo of those. I still have Sonal, and we're working together to fine-tune my preferences, and I feel that she's working quite well with me. I only kept 1 item from last month's box, or the month before's box, and I didn't actually do a review for that box, but let's look to see what we've got here. I have this cute t-shirt. everything is finally in a size 12. It has got subtle stripe, but obviously not in a different colour. And over the shoulder, it has these buttons that actually show the skin through. It's not quite that muted pink or corally pink, but because I've got a secondary type 1, I think that I can get away with a little bit more of a type 1 vibe, a little bit more of an excitable colour here and there in my outfit. I also got another blouse in a sage green with a v-neck, cute little puff sleeves, and they have this button detail and a kind of a lace detail here and at the front. I received a kind of a casual, sort of a slip-on jacket, no buttons, grown-on sleeves, and these really nice pockets, not too long, not too short, with a pop of colour in the weave. So we've got, you know, pinks, purples, oranges, blues. Certainly wanted to try that. And then the fourth item is the skirt that I'm wearing at the moment. A wrap skirt with a lovely bottle green background with some small pink flowers. That it's paired with this pink outfit. Now, this skirt is a true maxi. It's very, very soft. I quite like it with the pink, but I think this particular colour combination is not really that autumnal. That's why I felt that this bottle green top with the billowy sleeves, quite dramatic, quite feminine, actually went with it in a more subdued autumnal vibe. These jeans, I had to send them back in order so as not to pay for them, but these are basically the skinny jeans that you can see here. I actually replaced those skinny jeans with these mum jeans, which I bought from Next. They're in a size 12, and I've paired this lovely sage green blouse with them. And I really love this jacket. Now I think it goes beautifully well with this outfit. But I also think a jacket like this would go so well with a nice form-fitting jumper dress or t-shirt dress that you can just throw it over the top. Lovely. So, very pleased to keep 4 items out of the 5. And I'm really looking forward to my next Lookiero box. The next one I'm going to request more winter stuff, slightly heavier stuff. I'm very, very pleased to be adding these 4 extra items. And if we include the mum jeans that I bought to replace the other pair, 5 new items for my autumn wardrobe. I'm really, really pleased with that. I don't know whether you noticed, but in the previous video, I was speaking to my friend Terry, and I told her that I actually finally identified the moment when I was inspired to wear wigs. We'd gone out to an Indian restaurant in 2016, her, myself and her husband. It was just the 3 of us. And a friend of hers came in. Now, I never saw the friend's face. I only saw the side of her and her back, really. She was beautifully dressed. She had long, curly red hair, and she was wearing a beret. And I remember looking at that woman and thinking, I find this so exciting and inspiring. Such an inspiration. I love the way that she's playing with her look. I love the theatrical and the dramatic presentation that she's giving. She looks utterly different to every single other woman that's in this restaurant. You know, even all the women who'd gone out and just were conventionally nicely dressed, just like myself that night, she had that extra factor, that drama and that unusual aspect, that fantasy aspect, you could even call it, that really captured my imagination. Now, I asked Teresa if I could have this lady's telephone number. Her name is Rachel, and we've been chatting. And I told her what an inspiration she was to me, and how I would very much like to speak to her about what she gets out of wearing hair. What is it that she's looking for? How did it come about? How does she experience it now? I'm going to go along tomorrow, actually, and I'm going to take you along with me if you'd like to come. You're certainly invited to explore a little bit of Rachel's psyche, to see where she's at in the hair wearing journey, and possibly where she'd like to be in the hair wearing journey. But for the time being, I managed to squeeze in a little Lookiero review, but really the main star of this video has been this beautiful, glamorous, sumptuous, autumn-inspired hair and look. And I hoped very much you like it and you will join me next time.